Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome to an unboxing and a look at the prices for the new Murders at Karlov Manor Bundle product. So we're going to do just basically a standard unboxing. I'll show you everything that comes with the bundle, and then at the end I'm going to go ahead and take a look at all of the prices after I scan them into the Delver Lens app, and we'll see what the value of this particular box is, and then you can use that information to decide if you think it is worth it or not to get one of these bundles. So go ahead and break into it here. Now, obviously these are pre-release prices essentially. I mean, this product just came out today officially, so these prices are going to change a lot over time. Between when I get the prices from the Delver Lens app and when I upload the video and when you see it, the prices are going to change a lot. So it's really just going to be more of a snapshot of what the prices are right now. There's going to be cards I go over that are worth like nothing, that are going to become worth a lot, and there's going to be cards that I open that are worth a lot, that are going to be very soon worth next to nothing. So we open up the box there, you get this little pamphlet, whatever you want to call it, and then you get the box itself right here. So I'll show you everything that's in here, including the new play boosters, which should be interesting to see. Set boosters are no more. Draft boosters are no more. Now we have play boosters. So I'll do a little breakdown on the first pack to let you know what that's all about. But we open up the box here. We get some little cardboard cutout thingies. If you're into those, some little, use them as tokens or whatever you want. And get our two land packs that'll open in just a second, and we get our, should be 9 play boosters in addition to our 1 spin down die with the Murders at Karlov Manor set symbol on it right there. There you go. And should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boosters now instead of 8 set boosters like you got in the old bundles, or 10 draft boosters like you got in the old fat packs. Now we have our 2 land packs here, and there's something a little interesting you may have seen on the back of the box as I was showing it off, but we'll open up and show it a little more in depth here. These are the land packs. So first one, you get your promo card. That is an Axebane Ferox in foil right there. And then, oh, beautiful. So we get these new, they're called the Impossible Lands, I believe is what this cycle is called. Full art, beautiful foil in a bundle. How about that? Full art foils in a bundle. That's pretty cool to see. I do love me some full art lands, so that makes me very excited. There you go, mountain. And there's the forest. Just want to really show those off because I think they look awesome. So there you go. There's 1 of each in foil, and then these are just the basic lands in foil. So 1 plains art, 2 plains art, 1 island art, 2 island art, 1 swamp art, 2 swamp art, mountain, foil, mountain, foil, and forest, foil, forest, foil, and that's it. So you get 1 of each basically. 1 of each artwork in both the full art as well as the basic land in foil. And then I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this is the same thing just in non-foil. So crack that open for you there. Jesus Christ, excuse me. Get your 2 little how to play cards, which I guess are kind of useful if you're into those. There you go. And then I'm assuming, again, this is the same thing, just non-foil, so I'll show those off real quick. Again, the Impossible Lands, Plains, Island, Swamp, Mountain, Forest, and then again, just the basic lands with each artwork. I'll run through them real quick in case you wanted to see them, but I think that's pretty cool, as opposed to a lot of these land packs where you just get like 5 of each artwork in non-foil, and they're just bulk junk lands. I really like the fact that you get one of each artwork, one in foil, one in non-foil. Get one of everything. Great for completing a collection if that's what you're trying to do. And just very cool in general. So, again, I love these Impossible Lands, they're called. I just think the artwork on them is really, really cool. So that makes me happy to get those. And now we'll go ahead and get into the packs, and we'll see what we get. So again, I'll put the prices on screen for anything that is worth more than $1 currently. However, these prices are so subject to change because this is like basically pre-release pricing. So, whenever you see this, it may not be accurate, but it's interesting just to see a little snapshot of what we get. So these are play boosters. I'll show off the pack there in case you were ever curious about what it says on these play boosters. And we'll go ahead and break into it. I'll do a little pack breakdown, like a slot breakdown on this first pack, so you know what you can get in each slot. And I'm not totally up and up on the prices, and I also really didn't look at a lot of spoilers for this set, so I don't really know exactly what all we're going to find. Very well may skip over some cool things, just going to give it a first look. So first up, you're going to get 1 through 6 slots are commons. So we're going to get 6 commons, however it could have booster fun. And there are some interesting showcase styles, which if we pull one, I will tell you what that style is. There you go, Cold Case Cracker, Person of Interest, and last common. Now the next slot should be either a common or a list card. Okay, so we got a booster fun. This is called the Showcase Magnified style right there. A number of cards that can come in that style. Pretty cool looking, kind of like a borderless. Almost like an extended art too. How it goes over the nameplate, whatever you call that. The little magnified symbol there. So fits with the style of this set. I'm not a huge fan of the whole Clue theme, but I do like Ravnica, as many Magic the Gathering players do. So that's cool to see. And now we're into uncommons. So 3 uncommons. Just like a draft. Ooh. Just like a draft pack would be. Oh, I saw something spicy back there. But Float some Jetsam. There you go. Back with the split cards. And one more uncommon. There you go, convenient target. And then next is going to be just a traditional rare or mythic rare, which could be booster fun, so... Oh, nice. So one of the new dual lands from this cycle, I don't think this one's worth as much as some of the others, but, I mean, it's a dual land, basically. Even though it comes into play tapped, it's a slow dual land. It does let you surveil, so those are pretty cool to see. Next up should just be a basic land. Whoops. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I lied. It says slot 12 basic land, but apparently not. Maybe that's in the back. So you do get a non-foil wild card, I think is what this slot is. Must be. Which could be, it's a wild card. So it could be common, uncommon, rare. Could be just about anything. And then next up is a foil wild card, if this is correct. Yep, so there we go. Wild card, could be common, uncommon, rare, could be anything, but it's always foil, which is nice. And then our basic land, okay, which apparently, even though it says it's in slot 12 in this breakdown, it is in slot, whatever that is, 15. And then, oh, okay, it's you either get the art card, an ad card, a helper card, or a token. So instead of being guaranteed one of these in each pack like you used to, it's now a chance to get one. So I saw that kind of poking through the edge of the pack. I thought it was going to be some crazy extended art, something or other. But anyway, that's the first pack. Not a lot of value there, but that's what you can get in each slot. So I went a little slower on that one. And now let's get cruising because I've been doing a horrible job so far. I don't know if you can tell I'm like frenetic, having to catch my breath. I've been running around all day and didn't really have a lot of time to do this. Just got a chance to sit down, wanted to get it open, get it out since it is release day, and it's very cool to see. So let's go through the commons real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then either another common or the list. Okay, nice. Another showcase magnified there. Then the uncommons. Case of the Trampled Garden. Knife. I found these so interesting. There's like knife, wrench. It's just a knife. It's a magic card that it's just a knife. It's kind of funny to me. The one wrench in particular, it's just wrench. It's just a wrench. I don't know why I found that so funny, but I did. Anyway, nobody cares about my editorialization on this. You just want to see the cards. So uncommon, last one, and then it should be rare or mythic rare. Okay, World Souls Rage. Don't think that's worth anything, but interesting to see. Now the wild card. Oh, a rare. Hunted Bone Brute. Foil. Don't think that has a lot of value, but nice to hit a rare in a wild card slot. That is the foil wild card. And then there's our land. One of the impossible lands. And, ooh, a stamped. Interesting. You see that stamp on the bottom left? A stamped, whatever this is. Illicit Masquerade. So now I'm a little confused. Let me see here. Because it's supposed to be, yeah, the land slot 12, but whatever. It's actually slot 14. And then it's foil wild card, non-foil wild card. Oh, I see what it is. So it's just like a set booster, I guess, where the wild cards appear in the similar slot. So there's 4 uncommons. So even though slot 13 is a wild card slot, it doesn't appear in slot 13. It appears back here. So potentially we could get like 8 commons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that could be 8. So if I ever hit 8 commons, I know that there won't be a wild card back in the pack. So that makes sense, I guess. So I'll have to pay attention to that if I want to know what slot the rare is actually in. So that's pack 2. Now we kind of know what's going on here. I'm trying to put the cards over here and they're sliding off my desk. Okay. So let's get moving here again. People just want to see the cards, see what the packs look like. I know, I'm sorry, it's taking forever. Nobody cares about anything I'm saying. So here we go. Commons first. Same as the other pack. Interesting. It's like this. Wait, is this the same exact set of 6? What? That's weird. Pick your poison. Unauthorized exit. I lost count. Was that the wild card? Uncommons should be at least 3. Wow, that's a funny looking dude. Hedge Whisperer. And then, is it rare? No, that's a wild card. Insidious Roots. Interesting. I think that card's pretty good, actually. I don't quite remember what it did. I'm not going to read it right now. But, okay, there's our rare. Krenko's Buzz Crusher. Is that Krenko on top? I don't know. But that's our rare. And then our wild card is just a common foil. So you do get 1 foil per pack. But it is a wild card slot, kind of. You can get any kind of foil, which is kind of cool. Regular basic land. Clue token. Alluding to the... Oh, interesting. So the back of the token has some art on it now instead of just the traditional back or the ad back. You see that? That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. Yeah, and the clue token alluding to the, what is it, the slime Among Us, whatever the hell that card is called. You know what I'm talking about. Probably not, but anyway. Here we go with the next pack. What is this, 4? So, commons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Red herring, funny, haha. 5, 6. Another showcase, magnified glass. 7. So we have a wild card back here somewhere. Here is uncommon 1, 2, and 3. And then a rare. Drag the Canal. And then our wild card. Wild card mythic. Urgent Necropsy. Okay. Again, don't think that's a good one, but it is a mythic. You know, I think that's the wild card slot. Either that's the wild card or this is the wild card. Could be one or the other, but either way, that's pretty cool. And then our foil slot. Just a common on the job. There you go. Ooh, and a foil land. So double foil. Interesting. And an art card. So yeah, that land slot too, there's a breakdown of like how often it'll be full art versus basic versus foil versus non-foil, that kind of thing. I don't remember what it is offhand, unfortunately, to tell you, but you can get all kinds of stuff in that land slot. Okay, next pack. Let's go a little quicker here. I know that people just wanted to see this for themselves and not hear me talk about random stuff that nobody cares about, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the out cold, 7 with the murder, into uncommons. There's a wild card back here somewhere. Ooh, Lightning Helix. New reprint of Lightning Helix. Pretty cool art. Good card. Vengeful Tracker. And then that must be another wild card. Hustle and Bustle there. Is that in focus and not in a shadow? Hopefully. There you go. And rare. Deadly Cover Up. Not a great one, I don't think. And then foil. Buried in the Garden. Interesting card in foil. And then our land, just a plains, and a clue with the art on the back, which I like. So Okay, what do we got? 4 packs left. So interesting so far. It does feel kind of like a hybrid between a set and a draft booster. Definitely better than a draft booster because you can pull all these extra rares and mythic rares potentially. But a little more chaff than a typical set booster, I would say, with the basically 7 to 8 uncommons per pack. Here we go with the commons. They went this way. Seasoned Consultant, Granite Witness, another Red Herring, throwing us off the scent. A Rakish Scoundrel, Auspicious Arrival, Showcase. I don't know if that's guaranteed in every pack. It seems like so far every pack has had one of these magnified in this slot. But anyway, into uncommons, Reckless Detective, Case of the Pilfered Proof, Evidence Examiner, and Focus into. There's our wild card, Sample Collector, into rare or mythic. Whoops. Okay, so there's another mythic. Vanifar Evolved Enigma, legendary creature there. An Elf Ooze Wizard, how about that? And then our foil, which we already saw, Rubble Belt Maverick. Common, sure that's worth absolutely nothing. Into a swamp, into an ad card. There you go. Okay, so nothing too crazy so far. Again, I didn't really memorize all the prices or even really look at much of the spoilers to know like what's good in this set. But I do know a few of the cards that I'd like to see. So there's that Delaney, whatever that card is, it's worth a lot. And I'd love a Massacre Girl, so see if we get lucky with one of those. But through the commons, real quick for you. Topiary Panther, Defenestrated Phantom, am I saying that right? Riftburst Helion, Shock, new reprint of Shock, very commonly used card, gets an extra reprint. Sanitation Automaton, into uncommons, Furtive Courier, Persuasive Interrogators, they sure do look pretty persuasive. Gleaming Gear Drake, cool looking dragon, and there's our wild card, Call a Surprise Witness, into rare. Oh nice, Aurelia, Above the Law. Again, don't think it is good value, but as I was saying, I don't love the kind of clue theme, but I do love me some Ravnica, and Aurelia, one of the paragons there, cool card. And then wild card, interesting, uncommon, Hustle and Bustle, foil. There you go. And then just our land, which is a foil, full art, Swamp Impossible land. That's kind of cool. And then an art card. There you go. So personally, I don't care for those art cards. It just seems like a waste of material to me. I'm sure some people like them. Some of the cool gold stamped ones have really cool art, and I like those, but all in all, getting one per pack over the last few however many sets, it just has felt like a waste. So the fact that you only get them some of the time now, and sometimes you get tokens and other stuff, I guess is kind of cool, but it wasn't nice to like more commonly get a token as well, I think, because I had more uses for the tokens than the art cards. But that's just me going through the commons. A few we haven't seen there yet. The Dog Walker, the Thinking Cap, the Makeshift Binding, into uncommons, Smallest Sentry, Get a Leg Up. There you go. Lead Pipe. It's just a pipe. I don't know why I find that so hilarious. That's the entirety of the flavor of this magic card. I get it's the whole clue thing, but it's just a lead pipe. I don't know. Anyway, Aftermath Analysis, Analyst rather, and oh nice, Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. That I think has a little bit of value. Again, who knows what the prices are going to do over time, but Mythic Rare, I have a Rakdos deck from the original Ravnica that uses Rakdos, and that's just really cool to me. Pretty cool looking card. Horrible lighting here, so I don't know if you could see, but he is a big bad man, or whatever. He is a demon. Pretty good card. Mythic Rare. There you go. And our wild card, foil, Hotshot Investigators, and a swamp, full art Impossible Land. And this is interesting. Wow, it's thin. It's really thin. It almost feels thinner than a normal card, to be honest. And they're little punch-outs. I won't punch them out, but you can see the perforation, probably. And you could punch out little tokens, I guess. Counters, whatever you want to call them. So that's interesting. Okay, last pack. Let's get some last pack magic here. I think that Rakdos was a pretty good hit. Maybe that dual land was worth a little something. Outside of that, not much. Interesting, too. The packs seem a little bit easier to open for whatever reason. Maybe it's just that, I'm sure it's just this print run, but Bite Down on Crime, Inside Source, Reasonable Doubt, Felonious Rage, Repeat Offender, Shady Informant, and Demand Answers. So yeah, that magnified style, I guess, is not guaranteed in each pack, although I have seemed to get a lot of them. Forum Familiar. And we do have a wild card back here in the last pack. Crawl Whipcracker. Persuasive Interrogators again, and okay. Interesting. So this is the Showcase Dossier style. And that is our wild card as well. It is that Gleaming Gear Drake that we saw a while ago with this art style. It looks like a dossier, a piece of paper with some information on it. So it's interesting. Not a huge fan of the style, but it's nice to have a little variety, I guess. And then, come on, our rare, mythic rare. Relive the Past. There you go. And then okay, interesting. That's our wild card foil slot, which is an uncommon and has the art style of the Showcase Magnified. Soul Enervation. And then an island. And a detective token that's a aptly themed token with no art on the back of this one, just the ad card. So, okay. Those are all the packs there. Again, I don't really know much of the prices offhand. I think that Rakdos was a pretty good hit. I think that Dual Land might be worth a little something. Probably didn't do the best job. I think my voice is shot. I'm like heavy breathing into the mic and sound like crap, but those are all the packs. So what I'm going to do is get them all scanned into the Delver Lens app to see where the prices are at, just for, whatever the prices are the day of launch. And I'll come back in the future with just a look at the prices in total, and then we'll see if we pulled more cards than this bundle was worth. So I will be back in a bit with that. Hello again, everyone. Future Sigs here with a look at the prices for this bundle. So we did not great, but not awful. We did okay. So this box I paid roughly $45 for, actually a little bit less. But we'll call it about $45 was what you would expect to pay for one of these bundles. A little bit more, about $5 more than the bundles used to be. However, they do come with an extra booster, and they are now these play boosters instead of the set boosters, which I guess they are saying adds a little bit more value. So, we basically broke even on these cards now. We got a few hits, the Rakdos, the Vanifer, Insidious Roots, Aurelia, cards over $1, Elegant Parlor, Urgent Necropsy. Words are hard. And so I'll go through here. If you were curious about any of the prices, you can take a look. So basically what this means, TCG player market price, not necessarily what I would expect to get for these cards. If I sold them all as singles, sure, but selling cards like this, down here in the 20-cent range or below, is going to be really hard to move as a single, and it's not worth it to sell it by itself. Once you factor in shipping and seller fees, it's just you're not going to make any money on it. So what this really is an indication of for the total box price is if I wanted to buy all of these cards, what I would expect to spend at current prices. So in that regard, I mean, we paid $45 about, and we got about $45 worth of cards. I don't know why you would want this exact spread of cards for $45. But if you did, you basically got your money's worth from this one particular bundle. Your mileage may vary depending on what you pull. Could be better, could be worse. A few cards that did not have a price, some of the tokens, and the promo cards surprisingly also not having a price. But all in all, we basically hit the mic, Jesus. We basically got what we paid for. You can also factor in the storage box and the spin down and the inserts and that kind of stuff if you want. Maybe adds a little bit of value. So, we basically got what we paid for, but why wouldn't we just take that same amount and buy exactly the cards that we wanted for this price instead of getting all this junk that we're never going to do anything with for that price? But so basically break even on the box. Not going to make anything off it, but interesting to see. So going to take a look at just a couple other things here. So first of all, I am going to look with the TCG player market price with a minimum price of $3, which I don't even really need to put it in to know what it is because there's really only the two cards, I guess, right here. So this is comes out to $10.67. So anything under $3, it's not really going to be worth selling as a single. Once you factor in shipping and seller fees and how long the card is probably going to sit until someone buys it, it's just not worth it. So cards over $3, with market price, this is like what I could expect. You know, I could probably sell that Rakdos for $7 to someone right now. I could probably sell the Yanifar for about $3 to someone right now, and that would be a fair price. So I could basically sell those 2 cards, get $10, you know, be able to keep the rest of the stuff down here with no price for around $35 once you take out the $10 from what we spent for the box. So not great, not a lot of sellable singles for me from this particular bundle. And then just out of curiosity too, we are going to change the price source to TCG Player Buylist, and we're going to set the minimum price to $1. So now this is more what you would expect to get for like wholesaling these cards, like selling them to, you know, a local game store, or in this case, to TCG Player. Now, me personally, any card under $1, I'm not even going to buy list it. It's just, they give you so much less than the card is worth, and if they're not even going to give me $1, I'd rather just keep it. So anything with no prices aren't factored in, and it's just these 2 cards. So if I wasn't going to try to sell these cards directly as a single for myself and get the $10, I could probably sell it to my local game store, or in this case to TCG Player, for about $4.50. So really not a lot of good hits. Going to take a look at one other thing here while we are here, I suppose, and that's just going to be TCG Player market price with no cutoff. Just out of curiosity, wanted to take a look at the land packs. So just because this is guaranteed to come in each bundle, it's the only thing that isn't variable, you know, as far as what you get in the packs. That's totally random. You could do a lot better than I did, get some really good pulls, or you could do a lot worse and get nothing. But these are guaranteed. Again, these prices are subject to change. I'm also all about lands. I just think they're cool, especially full art, especially foils. So I wanted to see what it was worth. I think it's interesting, too, that you get literally 1 of each in non-foil and 1 of each in foil. So there you go. There's the land prices. It's $6. So the land packs are contributing $6 of value to that total price that we got before, and to the, you know, $45 that you would probably pay to get one of these boxes, just in case you were curious. But all in all, there you go. So again, this is just one example. This is just what I happen to pull. You may pull way better things and get a lot more, or you may pull worse things and get nothing. All you can really guarantee are those lands, and even the prices on them is subject to change. So all in all, that's basically all I wanted to look at here. I was just kind of curious. It's an interesting set. Again, I've kind of mentioned this all throughout the video, but I don't personally love the clue flavor. I'm sure some people do. Murder mystery, woohoo, that's exciting to them. I do like the Ravnica flavor, though, so that's pretty cool. You know, as we were going through opening those packs, that the flavor felt pretty good. It was kind of like a spooky, you know, Ravnica mystery vibe, which I guess was okay. It was a little bit more like that than totally murdery mystery, I think, for at least for the cards that I pulled, just the flavor of what was going on there. And beyond that, the play boosters were interesting to see too. Again, they feel like a slightly worse set booster and a slightly better draft booster, which I guess was the compromise they were going for. You could get pretty lucky. You could go pretty crazy and get some, you know, a lot of wild card pulls, you know, foil mythic rare on top of a mythic rare, so on and so forth. You hit a special guest card in the list slot, which we didn't get to see in any of these packs. You could go crazy with these packs, but it seemed like consistently it was just like a mid-range set booster, you know, where you get maybe one special treatment and that's about it. But it felt more like a draft booster too, in that you were loading up with a lot more commons, because, you know, this is going to have at max 8 commons. So the first 6 slots plus the list slot could be a common in slot 7, and then your wild card could be common. So that's 8 commons in a pack. Whereas set boosters, even with the 3 wild cards, it was only wasn't it only 3 commons plus 3, so you can get 6 commons at the most. So loading up on a lot more chaff, has a bit more upside. I think it's a good compromise, honestly. The experience of opening them, you know, it almost makes it seem a little bit cooler when you do get a good hit, because they are less common in them. They do add the extra booster as well to this, although you are paying for it with the slightly increased price. So I guess you get that one extra pack to maybe pull something really cool. Oh, and one other thing that I happened to notice that I'm probably going to just shoehorn this little segment into the middle of everything else, and it's going to make no sense why my voice just changed and the flow is all off. But I did notice this bundle doesn't come with that little divider that the other bundles used to come with. It was like a little square bundle that would take up maybe 35 or 40% of the box, the storage box. And it was quite nice, because if you put all the cards together that you just pulled, it would almost fill that. You could stuff a couple of the extra packs in there and, you know, have your cards nice and tightly packed in that little extra thing. This doesn't come with that, so it's actually much harder to then store the cards back in there unless you want them like falling over and sloshing around, which you definitely don't because they're going to get all scuffed up. The big divider, the big little cardboard punch-out divider, had an extra line in the middle that the old ones did not used to have. So, and that was about the distance of where that square cardboard thing would be. So if you put that in over the cards, you end up with kind of the same effect, but then you can't push the top of the box down as far because the cardboard's in the way. So, I mean, unless you want to like punch the punch outs out and then trim the top of the cardboard to get it to be the right height and then do that, which that seems really annoying. So that is one difference I noticed, and I had to get a little creative here and just kind of stuff the old packs in here and hope that that's going to like push the cards up and keep them nice and flat and from moving around. But anyway, just one other thing I noticed that I thought was kind of interesting, and I wonder if they're going to do this with bundles going forward, so I just thought that bared mentioning. Also, yes, before you ask, I do sleeve all of my foils because they will get curled if I don't double sleeve them. It's kind of silly to put 12 cents worth of sleeves on a card that is worth 12 or often less than 12 cents, but I just like to keep them pristine, not scratched, not curled, so I do it, and that's why there's that big chunk of sleeved cards there. It's mostly the lands and then any other foil, and any card over $1 that I pulled just instantly gets double sleeved and tucked in the box for safekeeping. But, you know, that's all. That's my experience with opening this product. Those are my thoughts if anybody cares. Definitely did not make the best video here. Again, I apologize. I'm like frantic. My brain is shot, but I wanted to get this video out today. I've just been so busy. I have so much going on, and I wanted to get this out. So I'm sure I didn't do a great job explaining. I'm sure I sounded like crap. I'm sure it was probably painful to watch and like annoying people like, who the hell is this guy? Just shut this video off. Why did I even waste time watching this? Thumbs down, go away. But if you did enjoy it, I'm glad to know that. I hope that you, if nothing else, enjoyed seeing the product, seeing what you get with it, seeing these new play boosters, seeing one example of what you may or may not pull from the packs, and seeing what those cards were worth. So, yeah, that's all for now. I've been Sigs, but for now I'm out of here, so take care. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace.